book is Bear's Shadow by Frank Ash. One day, Bear went down to the pond with his fishing pole and a big can of worms. While he was putting a worm on his hook, he looked down and saw a big fish. "I'm going to catch that fish," thought Bear to himself. "Think you'll catch it?" But when Bear stood up to throw his line in the water, his shadow scared the big fish away. "Go away, Shadow," cried Bear. But Bear's shadow would not go away. Do you have a shadow when it's dark or when it's light? That's right, you need light to have a shadow. "Okay," said Bear, "if you won't go on your own, then I'll just have to get rid of you." And he put down his fishing pole and began to run. He ran around the pond. When he got to the other side, he just kept on running. He ran through a field of flowers, jumped over the brook, and hid behind a tree. "Good," thought Bear. "No shadow can find me." But Bear was wrong. When he stepped out from behind the tree, the first thing he saw was Shadow. Nearby was a cliff. Bear walked over to the cliff and looked up. "I'll climb so high Shadow won't be able to follow me," thought Bear. Bear climbed higher and higher until at last he pulled himself on the top, up to the top. Huffing and puffing, he smiled with pride. Then he looked down and saw Shadow. Now Bear was very annoyed, so he went home and got a hammer and some nails to nail his shadow to the ground. So do you think it worked? He hammered and hammered and hammered, but no matter how many nails he hammered, he could not nail his shadow down. "If I can't nail him down," thought Bear, "maybe I can bury him." So he got his shovel and dug a hole. When the hole was deep and wide, he let his shadow fall in the hole. Then Bear filled in the hole with dirt. When he finished, it was almost noon. The sun was high in the sky and the shadow was nowhere to be seen. "At last," sighed Bear, "no more shadow." What do you think happened to the shadow? But now Bear was very tired. So he went inside and took a little nap. While he slept, time passed and the sun once again cast shadows everywhere. When Bear got up and opened his door, he saw his shadow on the floor. "Not you again," exclaimed Bear, and he slammed the door, hoping to lock Shadow outside. But Shadow was too quick. Dun, dun, dun. Sighed Bear. "How about this? If you let me catch a fish, I'll let you catch one too. Nod your head like this if it's a deal." When Bear nodded his head, Shadow nodded too. So Bear went back to the pond and once again threw his line in the water. By this time the sun was in a different part of the sky, which made it easy for Shadow to keep his part of the deal. Can you see the can of worms? So, do you think they're going to catch a fish or not? If you guess they did, and when Bear caught this big fish, Shadow caught one too. You were right. The end. Mimi loves you.